Yeah. So, John, you're right at my heartstrings right here. Because when I start talking to people, I really like to get into the numbers. So, most teams I talk to, they pull up their dashboard and they're under a 1% response rate. So, you're really accomplishing almost zero. So, here's kind of some really reasonable numbers to expect. So as an enterprise software rep, then strategy leader, I ran a frontline team also, ended up starting my own company, and we've pretty much scaled up our entire business just with cold email. A lot of the kind of experts out there, the gurus, if you will, what they will tell you a lot is that cold email doesn't work, but it actually works really well. And the reason that a lot of them don't like it is because they're in the spam folder. When you land in the primary inbox, you get really high responses.
What is a general sort of response rate or metrics as a benchmark to compare against?
Now, most teams I talk to, they pull up their dashboard and they're under a 1% response rate. The okay ones, the ones that have they've probably got their delivery settings right, they've probably got some mail flow, 40% open rate, probably a 2 to 3% response rate or under. But you have to look at the number of emails they're sending to. We've nailed down delivery. We're seeing between a 60 and an 80% open rate. But it's not the open rate that matters. We expect a 5% response rate off of that open rate. And the great thing is we don't send emails that get bad responses. Sometimes people say they're not interested. That's what sales is, right? You see people thanking us a lot of the times just because they like the content that we send them. We don't run any campaigns under 50% open. Open rate is a product of the delivery. So how well you've set that up, how well you validated the data, how well you've got the right emails, how well the message goes over in the subject line. If we see either one of those dip, we know there's something wrong. Now you have to remember, some people will say, well, we're getting a higher one, but I'm like, yeah, but go try to do that over thousands, hundreds of thousands of emails. You're not going to be able, the sustainability is hard, right? Like that's the challenge that people have. And I think this is one area where a lot of sales leaders fall down right now. A lot of the traditional sales leaders, loudest ones in the room, are kind of still yelling around, but their volume stuff that they're doing is putting them right in the spam filters, and then they're replacing people all over the place. It's really dangerous behavior. I hope it stops. Personally, I really feel bad for the SDRs or the salespeople that are kind of involved in those types of organizations.